Hey guys, it's your girl Ching and I'm back again with another video for you guys. Today I'm pretty much going to be explaining the difference between a lace frontal and a lace closure, and then I'm also going to give you guys some pros and cons of each, and like also tell you what's best for having leave out, without having leave out, or whatever the case may have you. We're just going to hop straight into this video, guys. Of course, guys, first things first, we have our 4x4 lace closure. The one I'm going to be demonstrating to you guys today, or showing you today, is the Brazilian beach wave 4x4 closure. DRAHMA hair, of course, y'all. So here is the hair. This is how the closure looks. Really flowy, nice and pretty. So yeah, guys, these closures come with the baby hairs already created on there. Pretty much a person will use a 4x4 lace closure to make it where they don't have to leave hair out in their sew-in or weave or whatever. If they have a wig that they're going to make, these are great to use. Compared to the lace frontals, these are a lot more manageable, I would say, because it don't take as much to keep them up. Now I'm also going to show you guys the lace frontal. That closure was 16 inches, I believe, and so is the frontal. Is going to be 16 inches. So this is our lace frontal. Nice and pretty and bouncy. Of course, high quality hair. Usually DRAHMA hair, we keep the highest grade of hair in. So if that's 8, 9, 10A, whatever the case may be, we always keep the highest grade. This is what the back of the frontal looks like. As you can see, it's a 13 inches left to right, and then from front to back, it's about 4 inches. Let's get into the crooks and crannies, y'all. This frontal is a lot more to maintain when using or doing installs for your hair. It's a lot more complicated to install, and that's because it takes up such a big portion of your head. Some people like to use glue when they use these. I have never heard of anybody yet using glue to install a lace closure. Like, most people are able to sew these down during the install, but the frontals is where it gets a little complicated. Our frontals come with a pre-plucked hairline already, so you don't have to do as much work to the hairline because it's already pre-plucked. The lace frontal is like, this is good if you want to do hairstyles where you can part on the right, on the left, in the middle, off to the deep side. You know, the lace frontal makes it where you have a bigger versatility of parting, which is great. Most people like the lace frontal because you can like pretty much just get this installed with no leave out, and then on top of that you'll be able to part left, right, pretty much anywhere. And it's like very flat when you install it. It has a more natural look, I would say, because you are able to, you know, swoop it to the right, the left. You're able to put the part pretty much anywhere. The lace closure kind of limits you to this 4x4 space, but I do like using the lace closure for my units because it seems like I can put more hair on the wig, because since the lace takes up such a little space, you know, I'm able to add as many bundles as I want. But the only thing, of course, you can't part anywhere. You can only part on this 4x4. Another thing, or like a con about the lace closure, is the hairline part. Yeah, it's gonna look really natural, but it's only gonna look really natural in that 4-inch space, if that makes sense. So you cannot like alter your part too much, or you can kind of tell that this part won't be a lace or this part won't be a lace. It won't be any lace in that area. The 4x4 lace closure is brilliant for like when I do my middle part units. Like, say I got 1,000,000 units, so like I always make different units and I wear them specifically that way. So that's what I do love about the closure, because say I want a middle part unit, I'll part it down the middle, and that'll be the only way I wear it. So with a middle part unit, I might want it to be really full, so I'll be able to add 4 bundles or however many bundles as I want, because I have more space around the cap to add the bundles. and then I just leave my part in the middle. I'm not really worried about, you know, this side having lace, that side having lace. I don't really wear my hair behind my ear like that as much when you have a middle part. Even though I am still able to do that, and no tracks are like shown or anything. It's just like the frontal, if you want to do like that sideburn type of look, you know, pull over your ear with the sideburn type of look, it's best to use the frontal. Another thing I really don't care for about the frontal is the closures, or the frontals usually come shorter. Okay, I'm gonna try to dim it down just a little bit so it'll make sense. All of the frontals, the closures, they come like at a maximum length. Most of them stop at about 24 inches, maybe 22. Some places stop their frontals at 22 inches and their closures at 22 inches. So what I'm saying is, with the frontal, say this is a 16-inch frontal. For instance, you may have 30-inch hair. The only thing I don't like about the frontals is, from on this side of your ear and on this side of your ear, the hair is only gonna go up to this length. Like, say you got 30-inch hair in your head with a 16-inch frontal. On the side, right here, this hair is gonna be 16 inches. On this side, this hair is gonna be 16 inches, and then you're gonna have your long hair, you know what I'm saying, passing it up. So just say the place that you buy your frontal from, it only goes up to 22 inches, but then you bought some 30-inch hair. Just understand that your frontal hair on the side right here is going to stop at 22 inches, while the rest of your hair is going to be 30 inches. So yeah, most places that, like I said, I think they stop around 20 inches, 22 inches, but our frontals stop at 24 inches. So yeah, you guys can definitely go check that out. But it's a little bit different when it comes to the closures, because when you have a closure, it's only a 4x4. So say for instance, guys, you getting a wig done, right? You have all of this space on the side right here, all of this space on the side right here to sew in your tracks, which means you won't see much of a difference in the length, because all of this hair is going to be the same length of your extensions. The only place it's going to be shorter is going to be the crown of your head, and that's going to blend in with the rest of your hair with no problem. So that's another thing I like about this, because I like, sometimes, say I did a straight unit, I want it all to be the same length. So if I have 30 inches of hair, you know, even though my closure is shorter, it's still going to appear that I have 30 inches of hair, because I'm filling in tracks here, filling in tracks here that are 30 inches. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, all of my hair is still going to come down to 1 point. So that's another good thing about the closure. But overall, the frontals have a more natural look, but they have a lot more upkeep, like when it comes to maintaining them. If you can find a person who installs them like no glue, which there are people actually do installs with no glue as well, the frontals typically last maybe a month and a half, compared to my regular like closure sew-in, it may last 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to touch it up with no issue and stuff like that. But pretty much any closure, any type of closure sew-in is not going to last as long as a sew-in with your leave out, because with this lace, this grows out along with your braids. So if your braids are growing, this is going to grow out with their braids. You get what I'm saying? So that's one thing I don't like about lace at all. You know, your installs are not as long. And typically my regular sew-ins, they last about 3 months, because I use the nylon thread, and then I use, which is waterproof and all of that good stuff, and it don't really build up like cotton balls, or it don't build up a lot of dryness, and it doesn't like make your hair break off. So that's why I use the nylon thread. But yeah, typically my regular sew-ins last about 3 months. Some people leave them 3.5, and it's very healthy because I just wash their hair. Sometimes I'll tighten up their horseshoe or tighten up around, which y'all can see if you look through my videos. I'll have a link or something like that showing you guys like a touch-up that I've done from an old sew-in, which they last forever. So yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up you know, this situation. I mean, most closures, all of my closures come with like a nude, a light nude or medium nude tone lace. A lot of people bleach their closures, and that's another thing I want to talk to y'all about too. It's not really good to bleach your closures, because someone who don't know what they're doing, if they over bleach their closures. All right guys, you see that these closures have really small dots at the tip, and that's because each piece of hair is added to this lace, the little bitty hole, and it's knotted to stay on here. So if you bleach it or over bleach your closure, it's a little bit too much. It could be a little bit too much, okay? If it's over bleached, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna deal with shedding because you over bleach the hairs on the closure. When you over bleach hair, it becomes brittle, dry, and then eventually after brushing it, combing it, all of that good stuff, it's gonna snap. The whole knot is gonna snap and the hair is gonna fall out. So that's why I don't like to bleach my closures. And I mean, my wigs have lasted for years and years. But if you wanna bleach your closure, I mean, a lot of people do, like I said, just make sure you get professional help or try to like take your notes and get good lessons on how you do it to make sure you don't over bleach it. But other things people do is they add the concealer to the lace area that matches their skin tone, and that's what I usually do, like a powder or a liquid concealer. I'll add it over the whole area or the surface. I will bleach mine sometimes, you know, just depending on how I'm feeling or what I want to do, what I'm trying to achieve. Asking me which one do I like more, I like the versatility of the lace frontal. However, it just depends on what style I'm trying to achieve. I like both of them the same. Like if I'm trying to do something sleek, like a middle part, something like that, I'll love to use the lace closure. If it's something where I want to do like a side hairstyle, maybe even want to braid it down the side or like do something freaky, like something funny, or if I want like some nice baby hairs and stuff, I'll definitely go with the lace frontal instead. But yeah, it just depends on what exactly are you trying to achieve, what look are you going for, but both of them are very great pieces. But yeah guys, this is kind of like I guess a lace closure and frontal 101 for you guys, and it's also going to let you know the pros and cons of the frontals and the pros and cons of a closure. If there are any other questions that you guys may have about lace closures, lace frontals, or if there's another product you guys want me to show you, make sure you comment that down below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped a lot of you guys out there. You guys can find these frontals and closures on my website, DRAHMAhair.com. That's DRAHMAHAIR.com. There's actually a special running right now. All the frontals are going for $120 and all of the closures are going for $75. So make sure you catch that deal. All right. And yeah, like I said, if you have any other questions, comment them down below. The frontals are pre-plucked, so you don't have to do as much work when you're trying to put them on to make them look natural. I'll also be doing like a sew-in video for y'all, showing y'all how the frontal looks when you first install it and all that good stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will holler at you all in my next video. Bye.